Welcome to Behind Recap YouTube channel. Army occupying Ukraine to no longer give up. Heaps of Russian infantrymen have commenced their mutiny Russia can't combat. Those rebellions, the Russian army is on the verge of disintegration. So what is going on in Russia, however the revolts within the Russian army coming to a stop? Permits find the solutions to these questions together. Since the beginning of the battle on February 24th, there has been a mutiny nearly each day. Russian soldiers do no longer need to take part on this struggle. The percentage of people who assist this battle in Russia is very low when Putin commenced this warfare. The majority of the soldiers serving inside the Russian army did no longer guide this war. It's why Russian squaddies have been forcibly sent to Ukraine. Infantrymen who did no longer want to visit Ukraine gave Russian commanders a difficult time. Russian commander said that Ukraine could surrender without an armed struggle due to the fact Russia had the second biggest army within the world. Nobody anticipated Ukraine to face up to Russia. After Putin's decision to invade, all eyes grew to become to Ukrainian leader Zelensky, who took workplace in 2019, made statements that wonder all people. He stated that the Ukrainian army will face up to this invasion and they'll never allow Russia to take over Ukraine. After this declaration, the inducement and braveness of the Ukrainian military multiplied. Russian soldiers, on the other hand, panicked. After Zelensky's statements to Russian squaddies panicked and went to their commanders. However, the commanders had nothing to mention. Russian commanders did not anticipate Ukraine to withstand both. This induced the primary large sadness among Russian squaddies. The Ukrainian military showed a hit resistance in opposition to the Russian operations. The Ukrainian military, which managed to forestall the Russian Navy on the substantial financial institution of the Dnieper River, started to carry out strategic operations on this manner. The Ukrainian army monitored all moves inside the areas occupied through Russia with drones. These drones detected the coordinates of all ammunition depots of the Russian Navy. The Ukrainian military attacked those coordinates using humors. Due to these strikes, most of the ammunition depots of the Russian army were destroyed. Russian soldiers panic after successive explosions at Russian bases. In this technique, many soldiers fled the army and riots broke out in lots of areas. After the operations accomplished through the Ukrainian army, all of the stocks of the Russian military started out to run out. The meals stocks of Russian squaddies had been largely depleted. Russian infantrymen don't have any food and are now not adequately fed. They are also poorly clothed. When squaddies percentage these problems with their commanders, they can't find any answer. Inside the Russian military too, 500 soldiers who advise their commanders about the issues they have been experiencing revolted because the Russian commander became very inebriated and did not respond to any of the infantry.